And we are live. What up, fam? Give him a what up, fam.
What up, fam?
Yeah, that was good. If you got, guess who that is? I'll give you guys 2 seconds. 1, 2 is Coast Guard Chris. None other. He is co-hosting right now. You were my first guest.
Yeah.
On the JTsuits podcast.
Honored as always.
Yeah. Now you guys have been asking for this for a long time. They've been asking for the podcast, so this is, the first rendition. Obviously, bear with us here as we work out the kinks.
Test run.
Now, this is just going to be straight audio. Now I will roll through, some pictures and video clips and from stuff when I was active duty. And when it integrates in with the story, I will be having some pictures and stuff. It's not just going to be blank.
Yeah.
But
let us know.
Let us know what you guys want. Let us know your feedback, and we will cater to the fam. And we're gonna hop right into this podcast, JTsuits podcast. The first thing we're gonna talk about is getting out of the military financially.
Yes.
Our strategies.
Gotta plan ahead. If you know you're getting out, you have to plan at least a year out. I would say, if you're smart.
Yeah, they say a year out, and then obviously, most of us are going to do like 2-3 months before we're out.
Yeah.
The average folk start planning, but you should really start a year out. Start budgeting, make sure your finances are ready to go because you're not going to get that paycheck anymore.
If you're like deployed, there should be no reason why you can't save up enough money. Now, if you're married with kids, that's a whole nother ballpark.
Yeah, there's differences getting out single versus getting out married.
Yeah.
Because, me getting out single 2 years ago, I was able to save up a nice little nest egg.
Yeah.
I recommend saving at least $10K.
At least, yeah.
10 grand, minimum.
Yeah.
You can easily save that throughout your 4 years.
Yeah, that'll
$10,000.
That'll take the initial pressure off
Getting out.
Get out. Just to have that, that should last you for a while if you're smart.
Yeah, now when I got out, I moved in with my parental unit. I moved in with the fam. And not a lot of people, though, have that
That's true.
ability to. So I was very fortunate to have, a supporting family.
Yeah.
To where I was able to move in. I stayed with them for a couple months. And, they didn't make me pay rent or anything.
Yeah, I met a lot of people that joined to get away from their family, So
right.
A lot of people
They're not going to have that option.
Yeah.
But if you could, because you can go back, you can save up money, you don't have to pay rent.
Yeah, just know that it's temporary. So if you have that opportunity, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
You got family that's willing to house you.
Because I was transitioning, from military, then I was going back to school.
Yeah.
So I went to community college for a semester before I went to my university that I'm at now. Just to get my benefits going, just to figure out. I didn't want to hop right into my 4-year, and be way in over my head.
There's no shame in staying. Your family knows you're going through this transition. So there's no shame in, staying with them for as long as you can until you get on your feet.
Yeah, of course, especially, if you're still in your early... if you're still in your early 20s,
yeah,
that's normal.
Sky's the limit. Oh, man.
That's normal for a lot of people to transition.
Yeah.
Especially after college, you're 22, 23. College students now are just going back to their parents.
Working for the same company for like 4 or 5 years, that's how I look at, the military service.
Yeah. So one thing that I think, though, is important to stress to people, though, is that it's going to be a lot different. That $10,000 that you have, that you save up when you become a civilian now and you're not in the military, it's going to go by fast.
Yeah.
So like you said, you have to have that plan. You need to start your GI Bill. If you're going to go to college, you need to start your benefits right away. Start making sure you're getting that BAH.
My advice is, if you don't have a job lined up, apply for school anyways and use the GI Bill, because that alone can get you on your feet, and you don't have to necessarily stick with it and graduate. You can stop going to school. So, but, it would give you a nice kind of, at least you're getting that monthly paycheck.
Yeah, now what about how do you feel about people that collect unemployment? Now, you are eligible, in California especially.
Yeah.
Right when you're getting out, you can apply for unemployment as you're getting out of the military, and you can send in your send them in your DD-214, and pretty much in California, you will get it. You will get accepted.
What people don't realize is they took those taxes out of your paycheck to pay for unemployment. So that is, by all means, your right to collect unemployment. And it's only for 6 months, it's not
right. Now, as long as you're not abusing it, it's within. Don't be ashamed if you need to, do that to help you transition.
Don't just look at it as oh, this will buy me 6 more months to do nothing.
You need to be actively pursuing something.
Yeah.
But especially if you're, transitioning out of the military and going to school, during that buffer zone,
Yeah.
and you need, to collect unemployment to help you before you start collecting your BAH, from the GI Bill, then there's no shame. A lot of people think, oh, I'm too good for that, or
I kind of had that feeling. I didn't push it, and I regret it now, because once you pass that 6 months, you can't collect anymore.
Yeah. It's hard once you start a job after the military, or you get out of that 6-month zone. It's hard to be accepted for it.
Yeah, and that's what an extra, like, $600 a month.
No, some people were getting like $1,800.
What?
Unemployment.
Now I really regret not. I started the process, like, for state of California. I filled out the unemployment sheet.
Really?
And I sent it in, and I put that I was in the military. They're like, oh, we just need a copy of your DD-214.
Yeah.
So I scanned a copy, sent it to them, and they're like, oh, well, we can't read that. Send us another one. So I just happened to get the job at Cal Lutheran
At the time.
Yeah, so I was like,
You didn't
fuck
need
it.
it.
I'm not gonna, can we curse? Are we allowed to curse?
Yeah, we can curse. Fuck, it's like
fuck
JTsuits
that
podcast.
shit.
Fucking it, shit, motherfucker. But hey, also, another thing you can do while you're getting out of the military, when you're going to school, you can also apply for FAFSA.
Yeah.
FAFSA and federal aid and student loans.
Grants, free, more free
and
money.
Pell Grants. Yeah. So, while you're a post 9/11 GI Bill student, you can collect your E5 BAH, to help with your expenses. You can be eligible, you can get FAFSA and Pell Grants.
You get some money for books.
You can get money for books. You can get student loans, if you need that to help. And then also, you can be working, your part-time job. And also you can be eligible for disability from the military.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things, that are out there for you guys if you're scared to transition.
Now,
There's
have you talked to them about, other investing in, CDs or, Roth IRAs?
Oh, really financial stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have done some episodes, some videos. They didn't do too hot because a lot of people don't really, it's not to say that it's over their heads, but it's very, they're
just not at that stage yet, yeah.
There's a certain type of person, I feel like if you're in high school, you don't really want to hear about
that was the last
Roth IRAs and Vanguard,
Yeah.
CDs and shit like that.
If you're a little bit older, you should definitely look into those before you get out. And just
I started a Vanguard fund with $3,000.
I'm with Vanguard too.
Yeah, I started a target retirement fund. It tracks the S&P 500. It's set it and forget it pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm in 90% stocks right now and 10% bonds.
Yeah.
And I've averaged almost a 10% return rate
for S&P
for these past 2 years.
Van-
It's grown from 3,000 to over 5,000 from nothing.
Vanguard is a great online banking financial company.
I use Vanguard. I also use to help budget. For me, I use Mint.com. Mint.com is awesome. I link every single one of my accounts, and it has them all there. It tracks all of them.
Yeah.
I have all my checking accounts linked, all my credit cards, my car loan, motorcycle loan, my student loans. Everything is all there in one page.
It's a good dashboard of what your financial situation is.
Yeah, and it shows all your net worth. It shows all your transactions. So Mint.com is really good to use if you're really into that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, keep if you have a Navy Federal Credit Union or USAA, make sure you keep those banks when you get out. Because I know at least Navy Federal Credit Union, if you close your account and you're not in the military service anymore, you can't.
No, I think you're always eligible for veterans. Veterans and family members, active duty, reserve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you're always you're not eligible for active duty checking.
Checking, that's it, yeah. If you're active duty checking, yeah.
Yeah, active duty checking because you get reimbursements.
Yeah.
You get the ATM reimbursements.
Yeah, so that's huge, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely keep that.
But I have both. I have Navy Federal and I also have USAA for my renter's insurance.
Yeah, they're really good.
I get really good renter's insurance, and then eventually once I'm with USAA for 3 years, then I'll have really good rates for car insurance. So
USAA is legit.
Those are two really good credit unions to have with you.
Yeah, keep hold of those.
Now another segment we wanted to talk about was what's going on with your football team, Chris?
Man, so much, dude.
Broncos. So as you guys know, CGC right here is a huge Broncos fan, and you guys know I'm a huge New York Giants fan. And my team, G-Men, baby, we're going to the playoffs. Yeah. It's looking like we're going to play the Packers first round.
I can't be too sad. Like I said,
so you're going to support my G-Men.
Oh yeah.
You're going to support my team, but what about your Broncos, man?
So they lost their coach.
Yeah.
He stepped down, Gary Kubiak.
You guys went from the top of the heap,
Yeah.
Super Bowl champs, to...
Dude, I swear they just caught lightning in a bottle, man. Because I remember that season, and a lot of the games they won was like by the skin of their teeth at the end of the game. Yeah.
So you think last year was a fluke?
Not a
fluke, but
they
it was hot. It was all the right.
They just had all
happened.
the right pieces, but like a lot of those pieces are gone. A lot of those major pieces. Our head coach, which I complete like Gary Kubiak, he's been with the organization for many years. He was an assistant head coach when they won their first 2 Super Bowls. But he had a heart condition. He had a stroke.
So as his spirit kind of started wavering, you think the whole team kind of went with his health? Was that?
It hurt them. He missed 2 games, and I think
that's a little.
It's deep.
That's really deep.
When you're a team like that,
know.
right? It's like it's kind of like in the military. Like you get that sense of camaraderie and like.
Yeah, that one unit mindset, one team, one fight mindset.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's sad, but I understand he's got, a wife and kids, and his health is like...
Well, now it's a great time to hop over to the G-Men.
Oh, God.
Eli Manning and Odell Beckham working in the defense.
Eli wants to beat Peyton Manning. He wants
his
that
brother.
3rd Super Bowl, man.
I know.
No, they look legit. They,
Yeah.
Especially on the NFC side.
Now, this last segment of the JTsuits podcast, we wanted to talk about keeping in touch with, you hear about making all these really good friendships, and keeping in touch with people as you get out of the military.
Yeah.
And who we've... Now, I was stationed in Japan, my last 2 years. So getting out of the military, going back all the way to the States, to California, a lot of my friends they're all over there in Japan still. And if they're not, they're getting out of Japan and they're going back to their home states, And obviously, we all keep in touch.
Yeah.
Like through
Social
Facebook,
media,
through social media. And I'm sure if we met up for a beer or something, it would be just like old, like you can, it'd just be like old times, But what about, do you keep in touch with?
There's like a select few that I do, like social media. I'm, friends with pretty much all of them and all that stuff. But actually, like seen and hung out, there's like a handful, like 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of friends I was close with that I just don't talk to anymore. And it's sad, but it's a part of life. Like they got their life, you have yours, different paths, and you hopefully cross again and have.
Yeah, it's definitely a friendship. They're friendships that you make in the military that are unlike any others.
Yeah.
It's just because the circumstances that you're in and the experiences that you're going through that
only they can understand.
Yeah, you can't relate with those with any other person.
Yeah.
Besides those select few people.
Yeah.
So, you are. It's just like anything though, like college. You're gonna make friends, and then you're gonna make new friends after.
Yeah.
It's always. That's how it is though in life.
Those, but stay in touch as much as you can.
Yeah, and especially when you get out, try to find that community again.
Yeah.
With like at Cal Lutheran, how we had the vet center. We all hang out.
Yeah, that totally filled the void that we had from being in the military.
Right. So vet centers are good, if you're at a university, make sure you utilize that.
Oh, Team Red, White, and Blue, it's a non-profit veteran community organization.
Team RWB.
Yeah, Team RWB, check it out online.
Yeah.
There's one probably close to your town or city.
All right, guys, so this, like we were saying, this is the test run, the first JTsuits podcast. So this is going to be about 15 minutes, it looks like, in length. Probably when I cut and edit this. It's probably it might get shortened a little teeny teensy bit, but Coast Guard Chris, we're glad to have you here.
Thanks for having
on
me
the channel
for your first.
And your YouTube channel is doing very. You're over 1,000 subscribers already, which is a huge milestone on YouTube.
I know, it's weird now. I kind of feel like this obligation to
right. Well, no, yeah,
material and stuff.
Definitely, you don't have to. I can understand, like you're saying, the obligation that you think you have, to put out content.
Yeah.
But like you said, you're doing this, out of to give advice and to share your experiences. So it is normal to feel that pressure just to put stuff out. But
I definitely want to like continue to do better because I
improve,
I know my videos. There's not many, but I know like they could use some work.
Oh yeah, this is just you're setting the groundwork.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's no pressure. Just take it. One video at a time, and I'm sure your subscribers. A lot of them are my subscribers, and they know that you're new at it. And
just wait 2 months from now, I'm gonna be just turning out all kinds of crazy shit.
Oh, you're
so
going.
Just
if you guys have not heard,
bear with me.
CGC is doing a crazy world traveling adventure.
A tour. I'm gonna be doing a couple TED Talks.
No, but you're really traveling the world.
Yeah.
And he's going.
Try to get all the footage. I'm gonna be with my wife. And
they're doing. They're hitting all these different countries from Asia to Europe to Africa. Yep. They're pretty much hitting some islands.
Yeah, and I want this
couple islands.
Military life after. I'm gonna show you. Guys,
so your channel's gonna be really exciting.
Sky's the limit. So yeah, just be patient with me. That's all I ask.
Oh yeah, well the links to his channel.
My cult.
Dude, the CGC cult. It has started. You have thousands strong.
We'll get like Jedi robes. Like we'll make it a thing.
Bro, there's a lot of potential for the channel, for your channel. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too, man.
The link first, the CG for CGC's Coast Guard Chris's channel will be in the description. Make sure you guys, if you haven't, go over there and check it out. And thank you for the support and listening and hanging out with us on this first podcast, the JTsuits podcast.
Thanks, guys.
If you guys want to see more, definitely leave a comment, let us know your opinions and thoughts. If you want to see some video of us, or if you just want to do this straight audio, kind of mix it up here on the channel. Now that we're going to be having, remember, daily content. So I think this is going to be a good little mix-up, change of pace. Yeah. If not something weekly, maybe bi-weekly. Mm-hmm. Maybe 2 of these a month. I'll have different people on here, and we'll just kind of a little more laid back, more casual. Yeah. Just kind of shoot the shit.
I like this.
Yeah, there's no pressure of the camera. Yeah. And having to think, what's my facial or what?
It's funny because I've seen comments and I don't think that I'm a certain way when the camera's rolling, but then when I watch myself, I'm like, oh yeah.
Well, no, it's fun if you watch my first couple videos, my first 50. You can tell I was kind of not uncomfortable, but I wasn't like myself yet. I didn't open up my true personality yet to the camera. Was
it just over time?
Yeah, I developed over time. I think I just got more less. I was very self-conscious at first and I was really critical of myself and what I thought people thought of me.
Yeah.
But now I'm just gonna be myself. Yeah. And if they like me, they like me. If they don't, then there's.
Then don't watch.
I'm sure there's many other channels out there that they can go watch, or leave their whatever. Fuck, where was we going with that?
Trolls, fuck trolls.
Fuck them in there in the pussy. All right, guys, this is gonna be wrapping up the episode. No, not the episode, the podcast.
Yep, number one,
and we will see you guys tomorrow. Videos every day on the JTsuits YouTube channel. CGC, you want to do your outro?
May the force be with you and Semper Paratus.
All right, guys, we'll see you very soon. Goodbye.